It's 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm in Copenhagen and I'm headed out well before sunrise. Gonna visit 7 golf courses today on the 2023 Tour de Fungus.
The Tour de Fungus is a experience group. It is like a field day for this experience group. They are greenkeepers from the Copenhagen area who are trying to find a way with no pesticides to control effectively or to manage microdochium patch, also called pink snow mold. There's a lot of candy involved in the Tour de Fungus. It's not so much related to the fungus, but to fuel the energy for the day, because we visit 7 golf courses in one day. There's about 8.5 hours of daylight at this time of year. And the point of doing it in November is that's when there's high disease pressure. It is damp. There's a lot of dew. The temperatures are ideal for this fungus to grow. The grass is not growing quickly, so it can't really recover. This particular video is not on a golf course putting green. It is on a test plot, and I shot this video on a research area in 2022 in November. We make all kinds of measurements.
Why are there so many people digging holes in the green, taking measurements with rulers and various devices? What's going on?
This is actually the best day of the year. This is the Tour de Fungus, where my turf group are meeting here in November, and we visit each other's golf courses, 1 green at each place, 7 golf courses, and we do all kinds of measurements. And we're trying to share knowledge so we can get through the winter disease-free, or at least with less disease.
And on these greens, there's a lot of fescue, a little bit of bent grass, maybe
some poa, yeah,
maybe some poa,
and weed.
maybe. How many years have they been pesticide-free now?
They've been pesticide-free since 2011, so that's 11, 12 seasons.
Okay, so no fungicide?
No fungicide.
No insecticide?
No herbicide at all.
And then do you count growth regulators as a pesticide?
Yes, we do in Denmark.
And you haven't applied those? How about wetting agents, soil
Wetting
surfactants?
agents, we use, yeah.
So you do, so as far as chemicals that are applied, it would just be a soil surfactant.
Yeah, and then maybe some seaweeds or some other sort of sulfate or iron products is important to us. That's what we use. And then just, take care of the grass. The winter starts to me in August. We step down on aerification, fertilizer, just sort of winterizing the turf, even though it's August.
Oh, so winter preparation starts for you in August.
Like we're stepping down, we're not punching holes in the greens. Maybe in September that will be the final stage, but not in October. No vertidrain over the greens now. Just stepping down and let the grass winterize.
How many years have you been doing this study group?
I think 15 years. The actual group is older than this, but I've been part of it for 15 years.
And more candy, of course.
So it's really helpful. We're good friends, good colleagues, very open to each other. We tell each other problems. We are not trying to hide anything, so that's what makes us stronger.
And give me an example of something that you've learned from this study group.
I think, for example, using rollers more. That has shown that stepping down on the mowing of the greens and then use the rollers more. Stepping down on aerification, and also just overseeding techniques when we're doing and how we're doing, how we protect it. That would be many of the things we sort of did the same thing before, like low input on fertilizers and no phosphate and very little potassium, if any. but the rolling thing has been important, and the aerification thing has been important.
Thank you. Let's get back to our measurements.
Cool.
Looks like they're going to be doing something over here.
Der har du fundet et godt spot der, Martin, eller Thomas.
Jeg har trillet en tilfældig bold.
We don't eat candy while we're doing the work, but as we move from course to course and get into the vehicles and out of the vehicles, that's a good chance to have candy. Now, just notice how wet it is. Look at the ground is saturated. It's raining. The camera lens here gets misted up. It gets raindrops on it. And walking up to this green, walking up to any of the greens when you're on the Tour de Fungus, if you're like me, you're wondering, maybe this will be the one that will finally have some disease on it. And it's always surprising to me that when we get up there, there is very little. There is very little disease on the green, despite the high disease pressure at this time of year. And despite on this course, at this time, it hadn't had a fungicide for multiple years. There's all kinds of measurements made. The holing out test, firmness with the Clegg hammer, soil moisture, effective cutting height, species composition, infiltration rate, of course, disease pressure, OM246 testing, soil nutrient samples are taken. There are all kinds of measurements made to characterize the growing environment.
It's coming to an end.
There is a third bucket, isn't there?
What's the reason for all this candy?
Because they're from Sweden. The candy is cheaper in Sweden. So they have to bring something good from Sweden to Denmark.
And you see the grass on the greens, you see the soil, but we just don't see the disease pressure. And that really never fails to amaze me. And they have data from multiple years.
Made a dent in that candy. Oh my goodness. It's almost all gone.
And with this data that they've collected, because they collect these same measurements every year, finally at the last stop on a green with quite a bit of Poa annua on it, on that green, especially in the Poa annua patches, we could find quite a bit of pink snow mold. But that was the one green out of the 7 that we visited. So they've got all these measurements, and then at the end of the day, the sun goes down, it's dark, we head back into town for a nice dinner and a lot of contemplation about what we've learned.